Morning, everybody. Welcome to a gentle yoga practice. If you've been following along with me for a while, you know that I'm about to go through my sixth hip surgery on the left side. So being on the floor is really hard for me, but I do want to just show you how I'm preparing my body for this surgery and trying to get some flexibility back, some strength back, and mostly just to find that place for myself, with myself through the practice of yoga. I do have a lot of chair yoga videos, and that's more where I'm at right now. But I do want to show you just some of my basic, simple practice points that I like to do just about every day. So I have a couple yoga blocks. They are my favorite tool. And I tell people all the time using yoga blocks is the same as relying on people in your life to help you or leaning on support systems, having friends and family. There's nothing wrong with using yoga blocks to enhance your practice, and there is nothing wrong with using friends to enhance your life. So think of them that way. These guys are my friends. They're just soft foam blocks. You can get them at my Amazon shop. You can buy them at Walmart, wherever you want to get them. I also have a nice yoga mat. You can use a yoga mat if you want. You don't need one. You don't need anything special. So let's go ahead and get started. I am sitting like this with my legs bent. My hips are on my heels. This feels comfortable to me. If you've had knee replacement, this will not be a good choice for you. So you can sit on your backside, either cross-legged or legs out straight. Totally your preference, totally your comfort. Put your hand on your heart and your hand on your belly. I always begin my practice in this way, simply to connect. Take a breath. Empty your breath. Take another breath and empty your breath. One more. Be mindful. Fill up your body and empty. And then just begin to arrive in your practice. Taking the blocks next to you, I'm going to keep mine at the highest point. Just going to rest my right hand there, sweep my left arm up and over. I'm simply bringing the floor higher. Certainly, I could bring my hand down, but I'm just showing you that there's options, that you don't have to always be super deep in your practice pose. Inhale up. You can use these beautiful friends to help you along the way. Inhale up, exhale over. Inhale up, exhale down. We'll do it one more time each side. Left arm up, exhale over. You might even start to take your left hip out that way just a little bit. Come back up and down. You'll notice that there's a rhythm to your breath and your movement, and it becomes this beautiful dance. Now I'm going to transition to all fours and bring my blocks with me because I'm going to use them in a little bit. Hands are going to go right under the shoulders, knees right over the hips. So this is just a basic tabletop. We're going to come into cat and cow. So I'm going to start with the cow shape. And so that's allowing my belly to hang down. My spine is arched. My heart is leaning forward. I'm going to lift my nose, take a breath. On your exhale, push against the ground. Tuck your tail, round your spine like a kitty cat in the morning. Tuck your chin big, let your head hang. And now we're going to follow the breath. Inhale to lift your tail, lift your heart. Exhale to round your spine. You're going to take 3 of these. You might close your eyes and just following the breath, feeling the sensation of the belly getting a stretch, the back getting a stretch. All is well. Find your breath here. One more. And exhale to round. So nice. I'm going to use the blocks to bring myself up. Again, I'm just using extra precautions here as I navigate through my new shaped body with this very sore hip. So I brought my right knee through, and I'm going to let my left hip kind of hang down towards the floor. That's just the energy here. Now, if you have a sore left knee, you can roll your mat up, fold it up in half so you have extra padding, or even use a blanket. All right, so we're just going to rock a little bit, not anything dramatic or fast. This is mindful, just tiny little pulses. 2 more. Last one. Now walk your blocks back, straighten your right leg, toes up, and now the blocks are helping us this way. Okay, so if we choose to come all the way down to the left leg, I'm sitting on my left heel, we might think that this is a great shape and it is a nice stretch for the right leg, but actually staying up and pushing the hips back and keeping a straight spine actually is a little bit more sensation. We're going to keep the toes up, but we're going to pick up the leg and bring it across to the left. Now you really feel it. Do you feel that? That's a huge stretch. Not long here. Pick it back up, place it right in front and neutral. Walk your blocks forward, bend your knee. We're going to come into just this little breath motion dance. Inhale here. Exhale, hinge back. Inhale forward, feel it. Exhale back. Two more. Inhale, push your heart forward. Exhale, straight spine, just hinge back. This is a lot of hamstring, a lot of hip flexor. Last one. Come back and stay. Hold and breathe. It's a beautiful lunge, a great, great stretch. We're going to do the other side. So come back to that tabletop with the blocks. Bring your left leg forward. Blocks are your friends here. Certainly we could touch the ground, but we're not looking for that. All right, push forward. So this is a little bit harder for me. So I'm going to be extra mindful. I'm just going to pulse. Anytime we're dealing with an injury or a recovery, we have to be extra attentive. Hinge back, straighten your left leg, bring your blocks with you, toes up. Got my fuzzy purple house shoes on today. My studio is always cold. All right, here we go. You're going to pick that leg up, bring it over to the right. Ooh, feel that? Running right through the outside of the leg. Not long. Pick it up, and let's find that breath work. Inhale forward, mindfully. Exhale back. Three more. Inhale forward, lead with your heart. Exhale, straight spine, just looking for some hip kind of flossing motion. All right, one more. Hinge back, listen to the body. Come forward and hold here. So nice. All right, pick up that left foot, bring it on back, and have a seat. So I'm going to stay in that shape my body likes, which is neutral, nothing externally rotated. And then we're going to turn towards the long edge of our mat. I'm going to shift my weight to my right cheek and just let my left knees come to this windshield wiper. This is a popular one. We do it a lot in my studio. It's when I find a lot of rotation through my pelvis, through my low back, through my hip. So here we go. Hands on the block, bringing the floor higher. If you don't want them, you don't want them. Left arm goes up, bend your right elbow and reach over. Again, inhale up, exhale, let it float. Inhale up, exhale, bend over. You might notice my style is to be very fluid in the motion because I think sometimes when we have a very rigid practice, we apply that rigidity to our life. And really, last one, hold here. The sensation that we feel here, the thoughts running through our head here, are all things we apply out there. So if I'm rigid here, I'm probably rigid there, and it's not serving me. Take your left arm, sweep it around. I'm going to use the blocks here, bringing the floor to me. And now I want you to think about your navel going towards the right hip. Okay, so we're twisting the lumbar spine here. If you have a lot of pain in the low back, this should be good. If it gets painful, then back off. Two more, just feeling that navel going that way and then back. Last one, and now we hold. I'm going to drop to my elbows. You can try that and see how that feels. You should feel a sensation running through the back of the left side, over the left cheek, down into the left hamstring. Breathe. Feels so good. Feels so good. 2 more breaths here, just feeling. If you would like more, you can lower the blocks out of your way and come all the way down. All right, last breath here. We're going to rise. Be mindful as we come out, turn the belly back to front. So nice. Let's do the other side. Swing those legs around. Bring the blocks with you. Sit on your left cheek. Oh, this is so hard for me. All right, blocks are going to be my friend. I'm actually lifting my left hip off the mat. It's that painful, but I'm still going to do my best, right? I'm going to honor my body, honor where I'm at, but also attempt the uncomfortable. Inhale, right arm goes up, left elbow bend. We find that fluidness. Okay, so just find the fluidness. Don't worry about anything that might be resemblance of, am I doing it right? Or I have to be perfect, because that's not life. One more. Up and over. And here we go. And we're going to go back to that little lumbar. Okay, so the belly button is going to rotate to the left. To the left. Right hand can be on the feet. It can be on the belly as you feel that. Should feel nice. All right, 2 more. Last one. We're going to stay, and then we're going to turn and maybe come to the elbows. Okay, so it's very, very easy for us to, especially when we're still, to compare even ourselves side to side. My right side is better, my left side is bad. I want you just to try to eliminate that. Your body is yours. And if it's going through a challenge, a dear friend once told me, it is reminding you that you are alive. All right, let's come out of this. Push yourself up. I'm simply going to come to my knees because that's sort of my pause. That's my comfort. I like being folded like this because it keeps my hips neutral. You may want to take a child's pose. It's a little bit tricky for me, but I'm going to come to a modified child's by placing my arms on the blocks, tucking the chin. All right, let's begin to come out of child's. I'm going to prop my blocks up just to give me that support as I come up to a forward fold. If you like to come through downward facing dog to get to a fold, by all means do that. Here's how I get to a forward fold these days. I use the blocks, I tuck my toes just like I'm in downward facing dog, and then I lift up. I get a quick modified down dog, and then my feet come forward. The thing that I've learned through this journey of the last year, tuck your chin and just hang. I like to use the blocks to bring the floor to me, is that my yoga practice evolves. It evolves through injuries, through surgeries, through lifestyle, but it's always there. And it might be that my yoga practice is in a chair. It might be that I stay on the floor. It might be that I don't have the movement part or the asana part of my practice at all. And instead, I'm doing breath work. I'm doing concentration, another limb. Our practice does not always have to be physical. Take 2 more breaths here. Maybe lean forward into the toes to deepen the sensation. Last breath here. And then bend your knees and return to the mat. Okay, last couple poses. We're going to come all the way down to our back. Swing those legs around. Knees come up. Bring the blocks with you. Take the blocks to the outsides of the knees. Bring the soles of your feet together. And then you'll play a little bit. Well, maybe the block is all the way up. Maybe the block is midpoint. Maybe it's flat. Maybe you don't need a block. I find using blocks in this butterfly position really gives my body support. Again, hands come to the belly and to the heart. And we reconnect just like we did at the beginning. Take a breath, empty the breath. Take a breath. Empty the breath. One more. Bring your knees up. Walk your feet in. Lift up your hips. Turn the block horizontally. Lay it underneath your sacrum. So we're not on the spine. We're not on the cheeks. We're in that triangular space. This is a modified bridge pose. This is an amazing shape to calm the nervous system. Our heart is higher than our head, which helps to quiet the thinking mind and gives us a chance to really come into leading through our life with our hearts. If ever you feel overly anxious, overly upset, overly stressed, coming to this shape, a supported bridge can reset your nervous system. We'll be here for 3 breaths. Try to deepen this last breath, get really full. Empty the breath. Now hold on to the block and lift one of your legs. Yeah. And lift your other leg. See how the block is supporting you. Try not to turn your head. If you need to see what this looks like, get out of the shape, take a peek, and then come back in. Just hang here. So good. One more breath here. Bend your knees slowly, gently, mindfully. Lift up your hips, slide that beautiful block away from you. Roll to the right and press yourself up. So there's my practice that's pretty consistent. Those are the shapes I love to do. I love to open my spine with the cat and cow, taking the side bends, feeling the twists. We covered all 6 directions of the spine, which, if you know me, that is a must when we practice. The extension, the flexion, the rotation, and the bend will keep you healthy, vital, and happy. So have a beautiful rest of your day and catch me soon. I've got a few more things coming before my surgery, which is the 19th. And then I got a lot planned for January. So stay tuned. All right. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for all your support. Have a great day.